Well, good morning, folks, and welcome to another adventure on A Sportsman's Life. Luke Clayton, Jeff Rice coming to you here at the Buck and Bass Ranch. How you doing there, buddy?
But I couldn't be better.
What?
Oh, I think we should kick the show off. I had a wild boar encounter.
We're about to hear a story here. Hold on.
Okay, here's the true deal. Yeah, we need a disclaimer here for this bandage. Not a wild boar, folks, really. Years and years of being out in the sun. So all you young whippersnappers and old whippersnappers, listen up. Get these little spots checked. This is not a serious thing, just a little basal cell carcinoma. But sunscreen and big hats. I mean, I spent a lifetime surveying and hunting and fishing, being out. So just something to think about. This is not serious. It'll be the bandage will be off in a week, but you know, it's precaution. Jeff and I are gonna take you with us on a fun weekend, actually a couple of days. We're down at Jeff's ranch, the Buck and Bass, and all this gear that you see back behind you is, we're gonna call this segment Moving Day.
Moving Day.
I had all this up by my house at a lease that I was on for like 17 years, and as leases happen, as things happen, you don't, unless you own the land, you better be ready at some point to relocate. Luckily, my buddy here's got the best place I know of to do this, hunt hogs, and we get to have fun together fishing in the creek. So we're going to set all this stuff up down here.
Exactly, and I can tell you, folks, I've been there, done that. I've been on, I can't even count on both hands how many leases I've been on over the years. And I got to the point where I just really, it was like, it's time to find my own piece of heaven. And of course, we're here now, but I've done this moving day before, so a lot of work, but you know what? It's it's a beautiful winter morning.
Yep, it is.
Sun's
nice.
Just coming up. It got freezing last night because there's frost all over everything, but we're gonna make a day of it. We're gonna make a day of setting a few things up, and then we're gonna cook some good groceries.
Yeah.
And we're gonna do an evening hog hunt.
Yep. And try to get one. For the last couple hours of daylight. I brought some good catfish from Lake Tawakoni.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Some that we caught with Tony Pennebaker, as a matter of fact.
Exactly.
So we're gonna have some catfish and broccoli tonight. Then we've got I like to tie these cooking segments in, and then we'll have a Mexican dish tomorrow.
Awesome.
In the morning,
awesome.
About mid-morning. But I thought it'd be fun, recap some of the stuff that I've got here,
You want to
Jeff.
walk around and kind of talk about the pieces?
You
can give us a little history on them, because Luke said a lot of this stuff's been out there 17 some years. So
17 years on one piece of land. And just show you some of the stuff I've used, and some of it's all of it's still ready. We just need do a little work.
We're just going to put it right back to use again, folks.
We'll repurpose it.
Stick with us. We're gonna walk around and look at some of this stuff. So we'll be right back.
Folks, this is a piece of equipment that I've used for 12 years probably. It's a hog trap made out of stock aluminum. Look here. 52 pounds.
That's crazy.
Yes.
Crazy light.
And in this, Jeff, I probably trapped, I don't know, 50 hogs. And if you look right here, I caught a boar in here. Might be hard to see. This is raised up about an inch and a half.
Bent up. You can see it. You sure can.
When I found the trap, I had it sapling across the top, and I had it anchored down. Most hogs could not get out of it. I had it set up like I had a T-post wired here, and 2 saplings and a sapling across. I mean, the upward motion, I don't know how it happened. When I got there, this was done to it. This thing was raised up about an inch and a half. There was a boar that moved the whole trap about 30 yards. When I got up there, this trap was standing up on its end. And I said, what in the world kind of hog was that? But imagine a hog big enough to knock this up. I mean, this thing is pretty tall. So this is an aluminum hog trap. It'll be here 100 years from now. Somebody will be using it. Really simple, a guillotine door. I don't know if they even make these anymore.
Do you know who manufactures that, Luke?
It was a company. They were from Texas and they moved to Florida, Lone Star or something. I don't think they're around anymore. But
interesting.
I love this trap. And it's good for catching meat. Say you're down here and you want some extra meat. You know, it's not made for eradicating hogs. It's made for trapping one or two at a time. Now here's that raised. You can see that's up about. See that and see this?
You know what that just tells you right there, buddy, is how powerful hogs are.
Of course, here.
All right, let's move on. What do we got here?
Here's our Sweeney feeder. I had this on the gravel pits down there. It's a fish feeder.
Yes.
And of course, it's called. Your dock down there is calling for this feeder. We're going to set it down there, and then when we want to catch catfish in that deep hole, we'll know right where they are because they're going to be coming in here feeding.
You betcha they will.
So we'll put this to use.
Beautiful.
And you know, I'm always bragging on my Ultramatic feeders. These are just barrels, but there's an old Ultramatic feeder that works like new. I've had it in the woods for at least 10 years. I checked them all out before I got down here. Works fine. Then here's a newer Ultramatic feeder on this barrel. So we have two new feeders with accompanying legs, you know, right here.
Right.
This old stand right here, ladder stand, I killed a coyote out of this. Very proud of that with my bow.
That's always an accomplishment.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And I've killed a bunch of hogs and deer from this old ladder stand. Just an old, but it's still serviceable.
Well, you know what? We'll get her set up and you'll kill some more.
Yeah. Now, here's something I want everybody to really look at. These folks are not a sponsor. I've used them for years. SnapLoc hunting blinds. This blind right here, that's 4 sections that snaps together, Jeff, with a roof. It's very solid. I mean, this blind was in the woods 7 or 8 years, packed way back in the woods. And I've killed multitudes of hogs, and I've shot a couple of deer out of this blind, but we're going to put it up. Show your base to it that you made.
Yep, I built a base so we can tack it onto that. Yep. We'll be good to go. Got some bricks there.
This is a 4x4 SnapLoc hunting blind, Jeff. We're going to look at a 4x6 SnapLoc.
Yeah, we'll start getting these things set up, folks, and maybe we'll bring the video camera to you and kind of show you what they look like once we get one.
Yeah, exactly.
Up and running, huh?
We've already picked a spot, you know, for this one and for the other one too. And then this old boat doesn't look like much, but for negotiating the creek, it's a square nose.
Oh yeah.
We can get.
That's going to come in handy, buddy.
We can get in this old boat, and you know, we can set out set hooks and negotiate the creek with it.
Oh, you betcha.
But doesn't look like much, but it'll be useful.
Yes, it will.
Now here is the 4x6 foot SnapLoc, and folks, like I say, these guys are not a sponsor, but they're very good blinds, light, and you can pack them back in the woods. You can go online to, what is it, SnapLocHuntingBlinds.com.
Okay.
Check them out. But basically it's the same as this, except it's bigger.
A little bit bigger, huh?
Yeah, and then here's the base that I built. Now this one's not that old. This one is probably 3 years old. But we'll go back there and put it on your food plot, you know?
Yep, that'll be a perfect spot for that.
So, I guess, Jeff, I hate to say it, but I think it's time to go to work, buddy.
The morning starts with work, bud, so.
Yeah.
Well, folks, we'll take a commercial break. We'll be back. Luke and I are going to go, we're going to negotiate some ground.
Let's
kind of cut some brush.
Let's negotiate brush.
All right, folks, we'll be back.
Well, friends, I want to show you what I use for night hunting. This is the Wraith by SiteMark. It's a digital, it's not thermal, but you can use it for daytime hunting. It has a color mode. It's color during the day, and at nighttime for shooting hogs and predators out to, I've killed them out to 125 yards, but I sight in for that distance. You could shoot them a lot farther. Go online to learn more about the Wraith. You can go to sitemark.com and check them out. Absolutely awesome hunting tool for day or night. Folks, as an old outdoors writer, I have used lots of products. Smoke and Tex electric smokers. the best smokers that you can find. This is Diz and this is Scott, my buddies. Diz, tell them how they can learn more about smoking techs.
Yeah, obviously the number one source of information is going to be our website. It's got hundreds of recipes, it's got helpful guides, it's got all of our models and our accessories listed there. Of course, we have a phone number, 888-922-1511, and we'll actually answer our own phones.
That's true. And Diz, the main thing, the easy way, smokingtechs.com. You can learn all about it.
Correct. And of course, we're on all the social media, Instagram, Facebook, etc. So take a look at us whenever you can, and whatever social media you'd like, and we look forward to working with you.
Well, Jeff, we got back here tucked back in the woods. Our friend saw this SnapLoc hunting blind. That's the 4x4, folks, right there. And it's in a proven area. The creek is back down here. But the neat thing, Jeff, this blind, I do not know how many hogs I've killed out of this blind back where I had it at the other place. Now it's found a new home. But the neat thing about it, how long did it take us to assemble this?
I mean, I brought my tractor in here and did a little road clearing and kind of opened up this spot to put the blind. It took me longer to do the tractor work than it did to put the blind up. It was that quickly.
It didn't take long to do it. And SnapLoc, it's named appropriately, but for a testimony, folks, of SnapLoc hunting blinds, this one I've had for 7 years. I actually packed it back in the woods by myself and set it up. And you see, it's honestly, Jeff, I can't tell any different in a blind today than when I put it up. I mean, there's nothing to go wrong with it, you know.
Let's grab the camera, folks. Let's take a little bit closer look at this.
Yeah.
I want to kind of show you how this thing goes together. These SnapLoc blinds, they're quite amazing. They're easy to move around and just simple to put together. So let's take a quick look here, okay?
I'll just open the door and give a little tour here. These windows, of course, come up and they're by the bungee cord that holds them open. Yeah, this blind, it brings back many memories, and we're going to make a bunch more memories of hunts from this thing right here.
So let's show the folks here, folks. I want to point this out now. So these things like interlock, and once you snap them together, you just bungee strap them together, and of course at the bottom, you're just screwing it to your platform. I put it up on bricks, leveled it there, and
just zip ties.
Just zip tie that
right
bad
here.
boy together, and
it's, I mean, it's solid.
oh, it's solid as can be.
This one here, I'm telling you, it was back in the middle of nowhere for years, and now it looks kind of proud of it, you know? Looks as good as the day that I first put it up years ago.
Well, we'll shoot a lot more hogs out of there. So let's turn around, folks. I'm gonna give you a view of what it's gonna look like out of the blind. So we're kind of looking into the sun. I apologize there, but
about 48 yards.
yeah, we're just under 50 yards to a feeder right there, and that feeder we call the hog blind, and we call it the hog blind for a reason. We kill a lot of hogs there. So this is officially Luke's blind now.
Yeah, well,
and,
it's all of our blind, but yeah, it's we can, for a name, it's one that I'm pretty partial to, Jeff.
Well, buddy, let's gander over to the food plot.
Yeah.
Folks, we've set up the I guess it's a 4x8 or whatever, and
well, yeah, it's a 4x6.
4x6.
The other blind
It's
is
4x6. Okay.
4x4. The other SnapLoc is 4x6.
4x6. Okay. But we got that one all set up as well, so we'll take a peek at that one real quick. And what a great winter day, huh, bud?
Oh man, I've enjoyed this, and the food, the whole bit. Lots and lots of fun.
Great day, folks. All right, stay tuned. We'll be back in a moment.
Okay, folks, welcome back. We are at the food plot here at the Buck and Bass Ranch, and this is the 4x6 blind we were talking about that Luke and I've got put up. And these, I cannot explain to you. You have to really see how easy these things go up. It's just amazing. It didn't take us 10 and 15 minutes to put this whole blind up.
Getting the pieces over was the long part, and we had our base built. And folks, what you do, you build a base first for these. This is 4x6, so 4 foot by 6, and then we put some. This one has some 2x4s underneath it, and then just put it up on blocks and put these on it, and bingo, you've got a blind. Jeff, this one is newer than the other one I've had for years, the 4x4 that we looked at. This one is newer. I think it's probably, I've had it for 3 or 4 years.
And you know what's amazing, Luke, is the fact that this one's relatively new and the other one's 7, 8 years old. Can't tell the difference. They look the same, so you know they weather well.
They do.
I mean, they do.
They really do. SnapLoc hunting blinds. I don't know if SnapLoc has a dealer in Texas. Honestly, don't know. Maybe they do, but you can go to SnapLocHuntingBlinds.com. I know they ship these things to wherever you need them.
Right.
We'll call it a commercial if we want to. These folks are, I just believe in them. I've used them for years, Jeff.
Do you want to take a look at the inside, show the folks
let's
the windows
do that.
and all? All right. Let me grab the camera here.
All right, folks, let's take a little bit of a look here. So we got us a couple of chairs already set up. Luke's already got some carpet on that deal there, but these windows are quite amazing. So I'm just going to kind of show you here. There's a little strap that holds them closed right here, so you can just unstrap that. When you get that up, then you just have a little, it's a sliding little bungee thing here. So
Yep, let's do it here.
we'll let Luke do it. I got one hand on the camera here, so
up here. Just, you got this with a little bungee. Just push it
slide
up.
it up there. Yeah, and it'll hold it in
Then
place.
when you get ready to go, you just pull this bungee down, snap that rascal, and just seal the water off, you know?
You bet.
Pretty handy.
Absolutely is. So we can see we got the a food plot out here with oats, and I'm telling you what, there's a lot of animals that come into this food plot, and you know what, we're gonna have some barbecue from right here.
Oh, no doubt about it.
Forthcoming,
No doubt about
forthcoming barbecue, friends. All right, well let's wrap it up. We're gonna take it back to camp. We've been out here just having an absolute ball, and what do you say, buddy?
I say we go back to camp. Our work is done. It's time to indulge in some good victuals, I think.
I think you're right. Okay, folks, we'll be back.
Well, folks, this is Luke out of the picture, and Mr. Jeff is filming this, but I want to give you a recipe. I can't pronounce this Mexican dish. It's Chalaquillas is pretty close to it. But you need a can of Las Palmas green chili enchilada sauce, and you need 10 corn tortillas cut into 1-inch strips. I just laid them down and cut them into 1-inch strips. So this is the start of the recipe right here. Let's walk over here, Jeff, and we're actually cooking. Bring the camera right on over here, if you will. So, as the recipe says, these little strips, the corn tortilla strips, basically just fry them. It takes just a couple of minutes. And there you say, well, why don't you just use corn chips? Well, the flavor of these fresh ones is way better. So let me grab the dish there. These are just about ready. And of course I'll do them all like this. I'll fry all of them up. Let these get a little bit more crispy, I think. And then this is the start of it. You have to get these things ready, and they're already crispy. So we'll just drain these things. And you can see how crisp. You can tell they're already crispy. So anyway, basically, I don't have to bore you cooking them all, but we're gonna take all 10 of these corn tortillas and we're gonna fry them up crispy, and then we'll carry on with the next step next. Okay, folks. Now, what would a hog camp meal be without some wild pork slowly smoked? Put that in the smoking tax. That was a piece of a ham that cooked about 12 hours, but we've got some onions sauteed. Now, the recipe didn't call for this, the pork, but I'm thinking this is actually going to wind up being enchiladas in a skillet, really, when we get through. Corn tortillas, that's the ones that we fried, and these things, I'm going to show you, these things are crisp. So let's just put these in there. Put them in there like this. Now then, because we have an onion and these chips on top. Now, the Las Palmas green chilies enchilada sauce. We're going to fold that in there with it. Cut our heat up a little bit higher. Okay, so that's green chilies. Now, top it with cheese of your, we're going to use some Mexican style 4 cheese, 4 different styles of cheese. top
Just
that.
the aroma coming off there, buddy.
It's smelling good, isn't it?
Oh.
So honestly, Jeff, this is the first time I've actually cooked this, but it looks like enchiladas in a skillet, doesn't it?
Sure does.
So this is just a package of cheese in there, and it'll all cook down, and we will just kind of get it all broke down here. But it's
Hungry already.
I think that pork, that smoked pork, is going to add something to this.
Oh, you better believe it.
Got to,
Good
hasn't
stuff right there.
So let's just let her melt, and then I guess we'll come back and show a bowl of this stuff being devoured. Jeff, what do you
Oh,
think?
you bet. I'm in. I'm first.
But it's already, I think you could eat this once that cheese melts right there, and you'd be ready to go. New dish for hog count.
Oh, yeah.
What I did add that the recipe did not call for is meat. What would be wrong with this good smoked pork in it?
Oh,
I think that's going to add
In fact,
a lot.
I think that was probably a good call to add that.
And onions. It said to put cilantro, and I like cilantro, but didn't have any. But you could, from there, you could just, the sky's the limit. You could put cilantro or whatever, but this is what we'll have. We'll let it melt, Jeff. We'll have a good meal.
Well, folks, I had to come back before we head out to work on blinds. We are eating, and this is fantastic, Luke. Folks, give this recipe a try. Wow. Those chips and stuff, isn't it amazing?
Man, it's good.
Delicious. All right. Just had to say, good stuff. All right, folks, we'll be back.
Well, folks, it is Luke Clayton, and I want to show you something right here that I am very, very proud of. My gearhead bow. I've taken a couple of hogs with it, and I'm deer hunting. I'm down at the Bucket Bass Ranch at a buddy of mine's, and I'm going to be deer hunting. Let me show you something here. Now, this is the coolest thing in the world, and the first time I have ever shot a bow with a shoot-through riser. I'm going to look right at you here. There's a riser here. There's a riser here. Look at the arrow on this gearhead bow, right in the middle. And if you think that doesn't make a difference, you know, for many, many years, me and I guess every other bow hunter been shooting one side of the riser or the other. This thing shoots straight through. Folks, check them out online. This is the bow that I hunt with, and I've got I love it. Lots of confidence in it. GearheadArchery.com.
Have you been successful in your hunts? If not, maybe you need to change some of the products that you're using. Today, I want to talk just a little bit about Texas raised hunting products. Luke and I use these exclusively, and we use them because why? They work. Number one, it's paramount that you cover your scent. Texas raised hunting products makes Scent Guardian. We start with this product. We spray down, and it completely eliminates any odor that you might be carrying into the woods with you. We start with this product, and they have an array of products for all hunting situations, whether it's for buck scrapes. They have the little canisters here, buck DNA. We put these out, and the animals, I mean, they react to these. We've got some sow seduction that we use, brings in both boar and sow. They work extremely well. I encourage you folks to get out there and try some of these products. Use what works. We have been very successful using these products. Again, it's Texas Raised Hunting Products. You can find them at texasraisedhuntingproducts.com, or just as easy to reach out to catfishradio.org to learn more information about these products.
All right, folks, we made it into the blind. Luke's gonna get him some piglet on the ground.
Oh, I heard a big one on the ground. I tell you what,
I said piglet.
a big one from 60 pounds on up to 160. People say I want to kill a 100. One of those good eaters. They're all good eating if you take care of them.
That's correct, they are. All right, we're gonna get settled in here. We'll be back. Hopefully we'll have some hogs. All right, folks, we are back live. Luke has got the fish, and we're making some blue catfish fillets here.
You bet we are, Jeff.
Good
And
stuff, huh?
who says you have to, why can't you eat good at a hog hunting camp? You know what I mean?
Absolutely should.
That's no reason not to. Broccoli and this, I think we'll have a pretty good meal.
Yes, we will. We were hoping to eat pork tonight, but fish is good.
Well, one thing about it, we're not having to, at the moment, butcher a hog. So we'll just.
Yeah, I can tell you that. It's a little chilly out here.
We'd have probably done our butchering had we killed one. Probably do that in the morning anyway,
Well, you would have killed it, so I had to make you do it because you killed it.
Oh, yeah. That's the way it is. That's the unwritten creed, isn't it?
All right, folks, we're going to grill up, fry up these fish, and we're going to have some dinner here. So we'll be back with you later on. We're making a weekend of it here, so we're just having a big time. We got a little bit of work to do tomorrow, but with fun comes, some. We have to have some work with our play, right?
That is fun work.
Yeah, it's fun work. It's all good.
If it were real like a job work, we'd be dreading it. But this is fun stuff.
We're gonna get a close look at that real quick.
That
looks sweet. Yep. All right, we'll be back, folks.
Hi, folks. It's your old buddy Luke Clayton, and this ain't your grandpa's pump-up air gun. This is the Texan, made by Air Force Air Guns, and it's the most powerful production air gun in the world. A few years ago I started shooting these when they first came out. I actually had a chance to test. They didn't really need any testing, but to shoot one of the 10 prototypes when it first came out. Now this is the improved model. This tank pressures up to 3,625 PSI. This gun will develop, I believe it's 750 foot-pounds of energy shooting a 520 grain bullet. So this is your big daddy of air guns. If you want to get into hunting or shooting air guns, you don't have to shoot a 520 grain bullet. I shoot a Nielsen specialty ammo bullet I think it's 340 grains. But here you go. Check these out online. You can go to airforceairguns.com and check them out, but this is the one I've hunted with a lot. I've probably killed 30 hogs and a bunch of exotics, and I'm going to get after the deer here in Texas this year with it. airforceairguns.com. Well, Jeff, I tell you, buddy, I hope the folks watching our little show this week, I hope they understand how much fun that you can have, and this has been some work, putting these feeders up, but I bet everyone that hunts and spends time, at hunting leases, all they can relate. So yeah, it's work, but it's fun work. Plus, we worked in some hunting. Saw a nice boar.
We did.
It just didn't come together for him, but that's hunting, and had some good outdoor cooking. It's been a fun couple of days.
It really has, and what started out feeling like winter, because last night it was just cold, but get up this morning and it was cold this morning, but boy, it is. All of a sudden, we're into t-shirts, and
it's warmed up all of a sudden.
This is winter in Texas, so we absolutely love this.
You
but
bet.
it really, this has been a great day. It's been work and fun all in the same time. It's just sometimes you want to get things done and just spend the day out here having a good time. We ate great food. That Mexican dish was
new
fabulous.
recipe, and you said you and your wife Demi y'all be cooking now.
Oh,
chowing down. It is. That's a new. It's kind of an enchiladas in a skillet.
Yeah.
But cooking those corn tortillas, frying those first, made all the difference in the world.
Absolutely delicious.
But we've got enough stuff to ponder over, the fun stuff we've done here the last couple of days. Folks, remember now, you can always go to YouTube. You might be watching on YouTube at times, but A Sportsman's Life. And Jeff, they can also catfishradio.org.
Yep,
that's a radio show that I've done a long time, and you can go to catfishradio.org and actually listen to the archive of the past week's show.
Absolutely. Every week I put up Luke's hour-long radio show, so you can go there to listen to those. Good stuff there, folks. Check it out for sure. There's also a link there that you can get to YouTube to find us and watch a Sportsman's Life. So, you know, again, from Luke and I, we have fun bringing this stuff to you, and we really do appreciate you guys watching and sharing and liking our stuff. And
Jeff, I hope by next week, this terrible boar wound that I've got, I'll probably be minus all the bandages and stuff. But that's what, not really a boar. I told you about it earlier, folks.
No, it's all good. Next time we come out, hopefully we'll get that board.
We'll get him.
We saw a big one last night. Well, we saw a bunch last night, but we saw one really nice one. But you know what? He's not going anywhere. But we'll be back.
We'll be on him.
All right, folks. Well, again, we want to thank you for joining us this week. Look forward to another exciting adventure next week right here on A Sportsman's Life. Until next week, be safe in the outdoors.